Hi, this is Mrs. Robinson, and today is day 2 of multiplying fractions. I have, or you should have in front of you, a reteach worksheet. If you don't, it is in the Google Classroom. You can make a copy of it if you are at home watching this lesson. So we're going to practice on our skill of multiplying fractions again today. Let's look at it. It says to multiply fractions, multiply the numerators, and then multiply the denominators. Here, 2 times 4 is 8, 3 times 5 is 15. Will that simplify? No. It's your final answer. So let's look at the next problem. In example 1. Here they do an estimate. They say that 2/5 is close to 1/2, 3/4 is close to 1, 1/2 times 1 is 1/2. That indicates that your answer should be close to 1/2. I am not going to require you to do an estimate. We're just going to practice on the process of doing the actual multiplication. So here, if you take 2 times 3, you get 6, and 5 times 4 is 20. Now, 6/20ths will simplify because 6 and 20 both have the factor of 2. 2 will divide 6 3 times, and 2 divides 20 10 times. Please write that down on your paper. Another way you could have done this problem, let's rewrite it over here, 2/5 times 3/4. Look for a shortcut from a numerator to a denominator. All right, 2 and 4 both have a common factor. The common factor is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So now you have 1 times 3 is 3, and 5 times 2 is 10. Another way to get 3/10. I'm going to practice this skill again in example 2. If the numerator and the denominators have a common factor, you can simplify before you multiply. You will hear me say that over and over again. Simplify before you multiply. All right, we're not going to look at the estimating skill right now. We're just going to practice the process. 2/5 times 3/8. Well, between a 2 and 8, 2 will divide 2 once, and 2 divides 8 4 times. So 1 times 3 equals 3. 5 times 4 equals 20. 3/20ths. All right, now let's do the problems below. We can put this on pause, and then in a little while you can turn it back on and check your answers to see if you did them correctly. All right. Okay, here are the answers to the first 4 problems. There is no shortcut. You cannot simplify before you multiply on this one. The answer, 5/14. This problem has 2 simplifying before you multiply. 3 divides 3 and 3 divides 3. They both turn into 1s. 2 and 4. 2 divides 2 once, 2 divides 4 twice. 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 1 is 2, 1/2. We do not have a shortcut in this problem. Between our numerators and denominators, there is no shortcut. 5 times 1 is 5. 6 times 3 is 18. That is your simplified answer. In number 4, no shortcut. 1 times 1 is 1. 5 times 2 is 10. 1/10. In number 5, no shortcut. 5/24. In number 6, there is no shortcut. Since the 3's are both numerators, you cannot simplify before you multiply. It has to be a numerator to a denominator. 9/28. Here we have a whole number. Gently pick it up and put a 1 under it. So 1/5 times 4/1 will be 4/5. 1 times 4, 5 times 1. a whole number, gently pick it up and put a 1 under it. If you want to rewrite it as 5/12 times 2 over 1, you can. This one has a shortcut. 2 divides 2 and 2 divides 12. You will end up with 5/6. In number 9, 3/5 times 10 over 1. 10 over 1 is still the same value as 10. We do have a shortcut. 5 divides 5 once. 5 divides 10 2 times. 6 over 1 equals 6. Here we have a shortcut. A 3 divides 3, and it divides a 3. 2 and 8, 2 divides 2 once. 2 divides 8 4 times. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. 1/4. In the next problem, no shortcut. 1 times 1 is 1. 7 times 7, 49. 1/49. Number 12 does have a shortcut. 2 divides 2 and 2 divides 2. They turn into 1s. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 9 times 1 is 9. 1/9. In problem number 13, no shortcut. 1 times 5 is 5. 3 times 7 is 21. 5/21. In number 14, no shortcuts. 1 times 5 is 5. 8 times 9, 72. I always circle my final answer, especially whenever you simplify or if we have an improper fraction that you have to change to a mixed number. It makes it nice when you circle your final answer to know, oh yes, that's the answer, my final answer that is simplified, that I have chosen to be my correct answer. Okay, in number 15, 4/9 times 10 over 1. There is no shortcut. 4 times 10 is 40, and 9 times 1 is 9. Now we have to change that to a mixed number because this is an improper fraction. When the numerator is larger than the denominator, it's an improper fraction. And we're going to change it to a mixed number. Now, this is just like a division problem. How many 9s live in a 40? 4 do. And you have 4 left over. So instead of continuing to divide, you write it as a mixed number. Excuse me, so you can see the whole thing. So in this problem, our remainder is 4, and you put it over the divisor. So the answer will be 4 and 4/9. Circle your answer. Here we have a double shortcut. 5 divides 5 once. 5 divides 15 3 times. 3 divides 6 twice. 3 divides 9 3 times. Oh my goodness, look at this. We have another shortcut. A 3 as a numerator and a 3 as a denominator. 3 divides 3 once. 3 divides 3 once. And you end up with 1/2. Final answer. Now let's say you didn't do all of the simplifying in problem number 16. You had 5/6 times 9/15. And you just said, oh, I see this one. 5 goes into 5 once. And you end up with 9/18 because you forgot to simplify this. You would still know, oh, 9 and 18 have a common factor of 9. And it would also equal 1/2. Now, what I would like for you to do will be on the back of this worksheet. There are 20 problems. I would like for you to do these problems, and then later I'm going to have you check your answers to make sure you know if you were doing them correctly. So do all 20 problems, and I will talk to you later.